What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman here for Stokastic.com, back again with the NBA DFS contenders on FanDuel for Tuesday, October 25th. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. That is the only place you will get updates to these sim results as we get closer to lock. Let me know in the comments section, who are your favorite and least favorite plays for today's slate? It's a 4-gamer. I want to know if we're in the same spot because it's kind of important today. And finally, we got to talk BetMGM. It was a little complicated for a couple of days. I've got it. It's even better now. So be ready. If you're in a legal betting state and you have not signed up at BetMGM quite yet, there's a link in the description. Click it, head on over, make a deposit, and then bet $10 on any NBA money line for tonight. Very simple. $10 on a money line. Take the Clippers against the Thunder tonight. They're going to be massive favorites. Thunder going to be without Giddey and SGA. Take the Clippers on the money line. As long as somebody hits a 3 in that game, you're going to get $200 in free bets. Absolute no-brainer for you. Worst case scenario is the Clippers lose and you still get $200 in free bets. Can't ask for anything better there. Take advantage of this offer right now. Now, let's round out the bottom of my top 10 with Kyle Kuzma, Norm Powell, Chris Paul, Cade Cunningham, and Zion Williamson on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. First up at number 5, I'm going DeAndre Ayton. He's center eligible, 7K, projected for about 39. The goal's 45. He's in the optimal lineup 36% of the time. Ayton's playing, 30 to 32 minutes a game. His usage rate actually up a little bit so far this season. We'll see if that's something to read into. 1.2 fantasy points per minute. It's an okay spot against Golden State. You don't ever really want to be taking on their defense. Looney's solid. Obviously, Draymond exceptional. But I think Ayton can hold his own here. 19 points, 12 boards. Yeah, I see this as a spot where DeAndre Ayton can have a monstrous double-double. Maybe you get an assist or two. Maybe you get a steal. Maybe you get a block. It's a massive pace-up spot for Phoenix. They are the favorites against Golden State. I think this just looks really good for Ayton. I think he's in for like a sneaky decent year. I didn't really expect this one. Bradley Beal in at number 4, shooting guard eligible, 7,800. That's what makes it make a little bit more sense. Projected for 40.5. The goal is 49. He ends up in the optimal lineup 36% of the time. I got him playing 36 minutes. He's a 1.1 fantasy point per minute guy. Big time usage, 29%. It's mostly scoring at this point, 25.5 points, 5 boards, 5 assists. Maybe you get a steal. It is a pace up spot against the Pistons. It's not a defense you're super worried about against Detroit. They are the favorites in this one. I just think Beal is a bit underpriced. 7,800 for Bradley Beal just doesn't seem correct. And that's all you really need to know to get him to the number 4 spot on a 4-game slate. Or you can pay up just a little bit and go to Devin Booker, shooting guard eligible as well. 8,500, projected for 41. The goal is 52. He's in the optimal lineup 37% of the time. I can't really separate them. If you have the salary, go to Booker. If you don't, go to Beal. 36 minutes for Booker, 1.16 fantasy points per minute. 29% usage, 26 points, 5.5 boards, 5 assists. It's basically the exact same stat line as Bradley Beal, just an incremental piece higher just because of the price tag. It is a pace-up spot, as I mentioned, against Golden State. You know Booker's going to want to go for it here in a matchup like this. This is a big-time game. You expect it to be competitive. You expect to get at least 36 minutes out of Booker. There is upside for 37 or 38 in this spot because of who they're playing. So whether you're going to Booker, whether you're going to Beal, I think they both look good. But now, at 2 and particularly at 1, we're moving into a different tier. In at number 2, back to the Wizards. We're going KRISTAPS Porzingis, power forward center eligible. That power forward eligibility helped here a ton. 7,400, projected for 40. The goal is 47. He's in the optimal lineup 41% of the time. I gave the zinger 31 minutes, 1.28 fantasy points per minute, 26% usage. Very close to a double-double, 20 points, 9 boards. You get a couple assists. You get 2 stocks. I think he fits really well against this Detroit team. Don't really think Isaiah Stewart's going to be the guy, especially if Porzingis is spacing the floor. After that, you're getting what? Boyan? I think we're going to be okay here. I think Porzingis is live for a pretty big scoring day against Detroit. You see he steps up slightly into a different tier above Booker, but my number 1 guy is on a completely different planet. Now, before we get to that number one contender, one last reminder, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments who your favorite plays are, and then go sign up at BetMGM, link in the description. Number one contender, and it's not even close. It's Luka Doncic, point guard, shooting guard eligible, 11,200, projected for 55.5. The goal's 66. He's in the optimal lineup 52% of the time. This one is an absolute no-brainer to me. His raw point ceiling is like 10 points higher than anybody else on the slate. No one else can make up for that with the salary difference. 35 minutes for Luka, 1.56 fantasy points per minute. 36% usage, 31, 9, and 8 as a stat line. This dude's incredible. 2 stocks, too. Taking on the Pelicans. Pels are also going to be without Brandon Ingram. Oddly enough, that probably helps their defense just slightly. But this is not a good defensive Pelicans team, whether that's CJ McCollum or Zion. Joval, not really that guy, particularly against Luka in the switch. I think you could see Larry Nance a little bit more in this game than you normally would, but none of that matters. 52% optimal rate for Luka, 11% higher than the number 2 guy. The easiest decision you'll make today is playing Luka Doncic. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on FanDuel for Tuesday, October 25th. DraftKings version around here somewhere, so check it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win that money. Back again tomorrow morning for another edition of the Contenders.